What?
The monitor?
Mm-hmm. Wait, as far as what?
Because, like, the out is still, it's not the iPad, it's the speaker.
No, the out still goes to
The same?
Uh-huh. I'm playing it right here. Hold on. Remember, it goes through the Wi-Fi. I mean, it goes through the USB-C. Because it's not connected right now.
change your mind. Know that you got my love. You don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Yeah. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. You don't come around. Now that you got all my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Before you leave out the door, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Really wish you would change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Now that you got my love, you don't come around. Now that you got all my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Oh my! I had a conversation with her. This is how it went. Before you leave out the door, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Oh, Lord have mercy. 'Cause I need you and you need me. I know we can be happy. Just wait and see. Baby, won't you change your mind? I'll do better if you change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shaky. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Baby, won't you change your mind? Baby, won't you change your mind? Oh no, I've been hoping, baby. I've been praying, baby. Yes, I have. Baby, won't you change your mind? Oh no. I've been hoping, baby, yeah. I've been praying down on my knees, praying that you change your mind. Oh, Lord have mercy, I'll do better if you change your mind.
WIIFTBPM.
It's a road. rose, it's a rose. Flower in the ground and growing. Hey, it's a rose, it's a rose.
Same stuff, different light. New day, same fight. How it comes, how it goes. One's on top, one's that know. But they forgot, they forgot, they forgot. And you bury a seed to grow. I know it. I know it. I know we will overcome. A rose is a rose is a rose.
Rose. It's a rose.
It's a rose is a rose is a rose.
Rose. It's a rose, it's a rose. Flower in the ground and growing. Hey, it's a rose, it's a rose.
How it comes, how it goes. Different names, still a rose. We grew up, we grew tall. We knew then, we know now. What they forgot, they forgot. When you bury a seed, it grows. I know it. I know it. I know we will overcome. A rose is a rose is a rose.
Rose. It's a rose.
It's a rose is a rose is a rose is a rose is a rose.
It's a rose, it's a rose. Flower in the ground and growing. Hey, it's a rose, it's a rose.
Check. Oh, please, don't you rock my boat, 'cause I don't want my boat to be right. Oh, please, don't you rock my boat. Oh, no, 'cause I don't want my boat to be right. I'm telling you just I like it like this. Keep this just like this. And you should know by now. I like it. I like it like I like it. I like it like I like it. I like it like I like it like this. Yeah. Satisfy my soul. Oh yeah. Satisfy my soul. Every little action satisfy my soul. There's a reaction satisfy my soul. Can't you see what you've done for me? Oh yeah, I'm happy inside all of the time. When bend the new corner, I feel like a sweet six winner. You must believe me. Oh, darling, darling, I'm calling, darling. Can't you see? Why won't you believe me? Oh, darling, darling, I'm calling, darling. When I meet you around the corner, oh, I said, baby, never let me be alone. 'Cause when you hold me tight, you make me feel alright. Yes, when you hold me tight, you make me feel alright. Can't you see? You must believe me. Oh, darling, darling, I'm calling, darling. Can't you see? Why won't you believe me? Oh, darling, darling, I'm calling, darling. Satisfy my soul. Satisfy my soul. Satisfy my soul. Satisfy my soul. That's all I want you to do. That's all I beg from you. Satisfy my soul.
Well, what do we have here? This is the Maze Jackson Show. We are back in the building, y'all. It's Todd, Ruthie, Sonia, everybody all back together all at once. What is going on? What is cracking? It has been a long vacation. I'm glad to see y'all. What's going on, Todd? What's going on, Ruthie? How you feeling this morning?
Well, every once in a while, the Justice League has to get together.
Wow. Not the Justice
Avengers.
League. The Avengers.
I started watching the Marvel.
You said, yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, I'm a Marvel guy anyway, man. I'm a
there.
Marvel guy anyway. So, y'all trying to figure out what's going on. How come they didn't play the theme song? Well, we start live on WBGX at 6:30, so we are going to kick off the show then. But we just, I just haven't seen you guys, and I just couldn't wait till 6:30. So I wanted to say something. I was like, man, I feel like, well, Todd, I ran into you this weekend in Robbins. And then I was like, to you,
MC Maze.
hey, you know what? MC Maze has learned a lesson this weekend, which
Drink
it
more
is
water?
not only just drink more water, because I thought I was drinking more water, but probably not as much as I needed to. But I am no longer the guy who can get off and not eat. I used to be prideful that I didn't eat, so I would eat like a hotel, or just you snack, but you got to load up and you got to get ready for those days like that. Because I'm going to tell you, it took me yesterday. I was like, you want to talk about crashed? I was literally crashed. Ruthie, I saw you. I ain't gonna say too much because I know you be mad when somebody be in your business, but I saw you being fly a little bit while I was on vacay, checking you out on the gram.
You're so funny.
Doing
Thank you
your
for
thing.
respecting my privacy. I appreciate that.
I was about to go in, and I was like, Ruthie gonna be like, you. Then she'll be mad at me all week, and we can't start the week off with you mad at me. How you been, Ruthie?
Pretty good. No complaints. It's really been summertime shy. I've been really enjoying it. I've been out here in these streets.
You've been out in these streets.
Out in these streets. No mask. Just out here.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. It feels like, I feel like some days I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I've been I wasn't out of the country, but I am getting out of the country. Hey, by the way, did y'all notice I came back, and did y'all notice the improvements? Any notice them?
No, I have. No, we
darker.
had not noticed.
You didn't even notice that I painted the door? So it's no longer that stark white. You see I installed the LED lighting. Notice the clock's not on the shelf anymore. We've even got monitors, so Ruthie, when you start freestyling, we can hear you live over the whole joint. Yep. You notice there's no paint splash on the wall. I repainted all the things.
You painted?
Ruth.
Like you did, or did you?
No, you know what?
Like you took your hand and
literally, I feel like with the exception of putting up the walls, shout out to Okamat Construction, and shout out to Crave for the artwork. But I feel like every other bit of this, I take almost complete ownership for. I mean, like, this is like a labor of love to me. Like, when I came back, I was like, so part of the reason I wanted to close the studio, well, one is that it's like, even when you're gone, if the place is open, then it's still on your mind, right? And so I didn't really want to be open so I could just be free. And then when I came back, I knew I had plans, because, it's things that be piling up, but I'm going to tell y'all, I am thankful to the Lord Jesus Christ above for the opportunity to take a moment to get away. Because I'm going to tell you all, my batteries were literally drained. Mentally, I was at my wit's end. There was nothing that I was focused on that I was doing. Like, you could ask me something, I'd be like, yes, and then, or no, and
dang, I missed the opportunity.
Well, no, not really, because then you'd be like, then when I didn't do it, you'll be like, you said, I'd be like, when did I say that?
May said.
Yeah, May said. So, y'all, but I'm gonna tell you what, it was so much going on that I was just itching to get back. Because I was tempted so many times to go live, and then when I was in Arizona one moment in the desert, I just stopped, froze, and said, I'm not doing none of this. Like, the whole place could fall down. I'm going to have my peace, and I'm going to enjoy my family. And so I'm gonna tell you, it was a great time. The desert. I've been in the mountains twice in my life, like for real, and there's stark contrast. The mountains of Utah with the snow caps, wowzers. You got to readjust. It takes a moment to readjust to be in the Southwestern. And then once you get the groove of the Southwest, like Tom and Jerry is like real life. And
Utah's beautiful.
What?
Utah's beautiful, but so is Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
So it was funny. Me and Carrie were riding.
The mouse and the cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, like when he had his time, he's like, Kremlin, riding. Crembo. Remember the one with the...
I didn't really
and
like
he had the cowboy hat, and Anyway, the cactuses, when you never saw, like, on Tom and Jerry, when he slap a guy with a cactus, with a flat cactus, and he got a beard? Or like those cactuses that look like pitchforks and stuff like that. That's real.
Yes.
And it's like, I've seen it, but I feel like this was the first time where I really was like, hold on. This is all like real stuff. The cartoons is... But I'm going to tell you, it looks like Sonia's giving me the sign. So look, y'all, we're going to stop. We're going to act like we never did any of this. Y'all got some unfiltered, unadulterated conversation. We are about to kick the Maze Jackson show off live. So y'all get ready, because we're going to come back in just a few seconds and do it the right way. It's the Maze Jackson show.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information, or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's
get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanet naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore. You thought I forgot. Todd thought I forgot. He thought I forgot. No, it is the Maze Jackson Show, y'all, and we are super excited to be back in the building, back on the set. Me and my, I can't do the rest of it. All right, so Todd, no, I'm gonna talk to you first, Ruthie.
Ooh, I thought y'all was on good terms because y'all met out in Robbins.
We are on good terms,
Man.
We on good terms, but Todd go watch.
Beat Maze up.
You know what? That if he ever had a chance,
I would pay more than what people paid to see Mayweather and what's
you don't
want
to
Logan
that.
Paul.
Okay, I'm not even.
$50, $100, $35.
I'll pay.
Hey man,
Maze thinks I'm afraid to fight.
No, I don't.
No, I'm just too smart to fight.
Ooh.
No, you know what? No, I'm gonna tell you what, Todd.
Shoot, now you're getting serious. I can't stand that.
No, I think that as I've gotten older, one of the things that I have recognized is that the physical. I feel like I always got the ultimate, but it's like it's your mind. Like I feel like it's like there's always the equalizer, right? Like, and I'm here to tell you, I'm always for equalization. I'm always prepared to equalize the situation. However,
one upper.
Right. Yeah, I am. No, but I'm always prepared for that, right? Like if you're going to go with it, we can go with it. And if I feel like I'm not in the position to win the situation, we gonna go with it.
Do y'all fight fair?
There is no such thing as fair fight.
No such thing.
Yeah, there is no such thing as a
There's
fair
no
fight.
Really?
No, there is no such thing as that. No, I'm.
So somebody get on the ground, y'all still gonna pummel them?
No, I'm going to make sure that we don't wind up in this situation again.
So you gonna let them know?
Look, that's America, right?
You gonna let them know?
No, but I feel like it's what I practice the 48 laws of power.
Right.
And in the practicing of the 48 laws of power, you know what? They say you never win a war with an argument. So I kind of practice that. Like I use all the tools in the book. And one day, and I'm a slow.
What is law number 46?
But rule number 1, never outshine number. What's number 2? that was a classic moment. We might have to. We have to write those down and the dates when those happen, because y'all, we are literally coming up on our 1-year anniversary. We are coming up on our 1-year anniversary, and it is I'm excited.
Well, Law 46 has never appeared too perfect.
Oh, well, there you go.
I mean, good
Right.
morning.
Good morning. So look, I'm gonna post them bad boys.
It's
somewhere.
too many laws.
It's really not. Then there's the laws of attraction.
It's laws for everything.
It is laws for everything. It just depends on if you're gonna respect them or not.
Right.
All right. So hold on. So Todd, what have you been doing over the last 2 weeks? How's it been? The Village of Robbins, man. What's going on?
Oh, man, you know, we're trying to make improvements every day. Meetings. And then also have things out in the public where people can enjoy beautiful robins.
I'm gonna tell you what. Well, when I came by this weekend, shout out to everybody in Robbins. It was an awesome time.
It was
the Juneteenth event. I'm gonna tell you what though, y'all gonna I'm gonna have to get a better manager to negotiate an 8-hour gig.
8 hours.
8 hours for water. For water.
Did you get a break?
Yeah, I had plenty of breaks.
Oh,
but
you good?
No. See how people always tell you
good.
good for
You
you?
good? Did you have a dressing room?
No.
Oh,
He
no.
did have a
Chair.
dressing
Should
room.
they let me use the bathroom inside though?
Yes, that
They
whole
did.
big building. You
They
could
let
have
me.
done anything.
They let me use the bathroom inside. I'm gonna tell you what. Shout out to everybody who was out in Robbins. Hey man, this Robbins got all type of connections though. Every time I look up, it's somebody new talking about. I'm from Robbins.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to
amazing.
Brian Smith. Shout out to Alpha and Omega 121. All the brothers showed me a lot of love. Man, I was go-karting around. When I got out there, they did give me some go-karts. Shout out to Tennille for the water in aluminum cans. Yeah. What was in that water? Okay.
Aluminum.
That and a combination of things. Okay. Ruthie, what'd you do? How'd you kick? I saw you kicking. I ain't gonna say nothing.
I
But
was just kicking it. I mean, I've been out here.
you know what? It is summertime shy.
It's summertime shy.
It is
Full
summer-
effect.
It is.
Something to do every day if you want to do something.
It is something to do every day. I got to get my roof in order. I got to get the rooftop in order, but maybe not. I might have to stay up off because let me just tell you, these brothers for Juneteenth, they figured it out. They was like, oh no, dog, I feel like they was shooting the fireworks at the white people. They was like, I'm here to tell you, brother. Look, the old Ida B. Wells. Yeah, I'm here to tell you. Now, did I say Ida B. Wells? No, Henry Horner. Henry Horner. And my daughter told me they had the baby daddy picnic behind us last night. It was cracking. But the tornado whipped it all away.
What?
You know the baby daddy picnic, they showed it like maybe 4 years ago where they just take over the whole joint. It's like it's like if you move there, it's like having the Bud Billiken condensed into a day. Into like 6 hours at night.
Kind of like they condensed it to like a block, huh?
Yeah, they condensed. Right, see? They was trying to sneak something by us. I felt like, shout out to the black people in the world though. Because the black people in Chicago, I felt like we was going to be screaming from the mountaintops. And that was what almost made me go live. When they said that the Bud Billiken was 4 blocks long, they said, and the Bud Billiken is going to be from 51st to 59th, 51st to 55th. And they was like, because we want to keep the crowds down. Did y'all tell that to Lollapalooza? Nigga, if you don't get
Or the Pride Parade?
Or the Puerto Rican prayer.
Somebody got shot.
Hey man, somebody always get shot at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I'm here to tell you, nobody be messing around. I remember we used to be like,
You right.
Oh no, it used to be a time when you
right
go to
about
the Puerto Rican Day Parade and they be outside checking you for tattoos, man. You be like, hey man, I'm here for the no, dog. Get up off. And they thought everybody black was folks. They swear to God, if you black, you folks like a mug. It was crazy. Oh yeah. Let me do this. Let's get to I'm gonna run through some of the quick stuff that's back. So we are back. Oh, hold it. Esco, did you go to the Great Southwest? What did you do? I saw you. You did go to the Great Southwest. We should have connected. But the Great Southwest is big.
Vast.
It is vast.
Hot.
Can I tell you what though? I'm gonna tell you what.
Nebraska's the Great Southwest?
She doing. Who was in Nebraska?
I don't know. I always thought of it as a plain
That's the
state.
plains.
Yeah.
She didn't go to Nebraska.
Oh, sorry.
But she is. That is. I don't know if that's Southwest or that's plains.
I'm
Is
sure
that
that's
plains?
a plain state.
Oh.
I'm not from there.
Okay.
True.
All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Maze and Sonia and Ruthie and Todd. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. Let's get it up, 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 and away. I am going to move straight into. Let me run through just quickly these headlines.
Oh, before that, I want to give my 24-hour notice so you won't be all over me. Ain't no way I'll be here tomorrow or the day after that, because we have a long day tomorrow, because tomorrow is board meeting starts at 7 p.m.
No, what's that? No, ain't finance at 5:30?
Yeah.
See? Oh yeah. Okay.
PM.
What you? It take you 2 days to recover?
Well, I need all my energy for tomorrow. I don't be falling asleep in finance.
Oh,
And then after that
numbers.
long day, I need. I don't want to come and
that's real.
fall asleep at the job.
Which job? Because you fall asleep here all the time.
Not anymore.
All right, y'all. Congrats on Black Culture Week. I want to, and we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but it's congratulations to everybody who pulled off Black Culture Week that culminated with Juneteenth. I do think it was no shade. I just, it's hard for me in the mirror. It's anytime it's some Black Culture Week stuff, I always, not Black Culture Week, but Black and Mayor, it makes me nervous. I be like, there's a boom coming. And no sooner did she announce Black Culture Week and give y'all the flag, did she say that she was giving over the school board to the Latinos. But that's a whole nother story.
1980s, when I first found out about Juneteenth, because I was in Louisiana, right next to Texas. I was like, nah, I don't care about, that white folks held something back, and now we finally find out late. But now that it's a holiday, I'm like, yeah, we need something to celebrate, that slavery was over, basically.
All right, Todd.
We're going to talk about this because it's like sometimes I wonder, why do we shoot ourselves in the foot? Right? Like, it's like I feel like some of us have gotten to the point where, well, this Juneteenth thing is a tricky thing. So we're going to talk about it, but I'm glad that we got it. And you feel, I think, a little bit like how kind of Carrie felt a little bit, even though I think she also said it was because it interfered with her birthday all the time, too. But it was always a good concert. But she was like, it's my birthday.
Everything's
How y'all gonna
personal.
have? It's close enough. It's too close. My birthday is the 17th and 2 days away from there. Now, shout out to my beautiful, lovely wife who also celebrated her birthday last week. So, I can't, I'm not allowed to say how old, but
Of course.
Shout out to the beautiful, lovely wife, Gemini, June 17th. Happy Father's Day. Yesterday was a pretty good social media Father's Day. I did not see all of thank you to my mama, who was my mama and my dad. I saw the fathers got their post. Now, I saw brothers still probably had the barbecue because the restaurants was not packed. Except for, I ain't going to say the name of the restaurant I got mine from yesterday, but that was kind of packed.
Hans Barbecue.
Hans Barbecue. Oh, see, look at that.
Right.
All
I
right.
think he ate most of it, too.
He barbecued what he wanted.
Yeah.
How about the NBA playoffs? Shout out to the playoffs have been pretty cool this year.
Yeah, they've been tight.
Yeah, and Atlanta won. LeBron's not in it. And how about shout out to the Phoenix Suns, man? Can I tell y'all something? So while we were out of town, we went to a Phoenix Suns game.
I saw you did a little live, didn't you?
Yeah, my son was like, me and my son and my wife, we were all like, wow. I mean, it was, them people stood up for every shot. Like every shot. They was like, man, we missed it the day they had the fight. The next day, though, they had that big old fight. And we was like, dang, we should have been right there. But I'm here to tell you.
There was a fight on the court?
Oh, no, it was a fight in the stands.
Oh.
And a dude didn't spill his beer neither. It was hilarious. I was thinking about Father's Day, though. Where does the apostrophe really go? I'm going to do a show about that one day because fathers is plural and, you could put the apostrophe on both sides of the S. Did you ever think
I
about
don't
that?
know that in real life, so I don't know.
Yeah, possessive. It's Father's Day. Possessive plural. Even though you have one father, so it's your Father's Day, but it could be possessive plural. One day I'm gonna do a show about that. How about this one?
Trying to lose viewership, are we?
No, that's gonna be the Black Seinfeld, man. It's gonna be the black dude doing Seinfeld. That's something that would be on the Seinfeld type of joint. How about this one? Outside, Ruthie, you did say it was a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. Because when I came back, I was looking around and I was like, man, can I tell you, shout out to Pier 31. Goodness gracious. I had a blast. And I don't even like people. I mean, it's not like people. I be having attitude all the time. You know, Carrie be like, Jesus Christ, are you gonna have an attitude again when we go out? But I had a great time. The music, it's good to see people. It's good to see people. Sometimes you don't realize how much you miss people.
I saw footage of that. There was a lot of people out there.
Every day. Shout out to, and you know what? So this is all I gotta say, black people. I know y'all determined to bring y'all own drinks. Please make sure you buy at least 2 drinks from the bar before you start popping your own stuff. That's all I gotta say.
Do cups of ice count?
No.
Cups of ice.
$10. As long as you buy it for $10. As long as you buy it for $10.
I want to buy a setup.
Yep.
That's tough.
Oh Lord. I mean, it's like then that's why Reggie's is cracking, because the white people be like, give me 10 beers.
Right, they don't.
And so 67th Street Beach, I'm telling you, they got a whole nother bar right down the street, and all the white people, look, all the black people go to Pier 31 and to the surrounding area. The white people with the boats go down, like literally on the same beach. They go inside. It's a whole bar, everything. And they be tip, credit card, expense account. All I'm saying is protect your own.
I preach that at Robbins. Because what I try to say is, even the little things that we may think aren't big, they're feeding somebody.
Come on, leadership.
And like Mr. Well, I won't say his name because he didn't say I could, but our accountant said, white folks aren't going to hire me. I'm your accountant.
There it is. See? All right. Finally, tornado last night. I was in the western suburbs, so I'm praying for everybody. Can I tell y'all what? Last night, I was laying down, and I had gone to bed, and I heard, and I was like, what was that? Then I heard it again. I ran up on the roof. The wind had moved all of the patio furniture to the edge. Now, good thing it couldn't flip it over, because somebody would have got hurt, but I was like, well, I can't do nothing with it right now. I'm not going to fight this. If the wind is moving the table, and that's not like a light table.
What time of night was this?
This might have been 11:30.
Oh, I might have been asleep at that.
You slept right through that?
No, I think it went, like, I think I was like the super fall off end of it. I don't think it got all the way across the damn Ryan.
We got we had some lightning, rain, and a little bit of light thunder.
Okay. But y'all look good. Y'all all good now?
It was a couple branches.
It was a couple branches. Oh, man, do you remember when we used to have them storms and the whole tree would come up out it like in Washington Park?
I need them to come trim my tree.
Yeah.
Who is it on? Who's is it on the line?
I think it's the street.
You think it's the street? Is it on the line? Street. Tell me where it is. We could probably get that taken care of.
Bam.
We probably know somebody.
Burn it.
And if it's a tree, you know.
They used to be. I don't know if it's still that way.
What?
To get trimmed.
It's
because there were so many of them.
You know, but you got to ask. But if you know who to ask, you got to ask the commissioner of the trees. Right? You'd be like, tree commissioner. He'd be like, hey.
Somebody said trees.
So essentially my 311 thing is futile.
They'll put you on the list.
They'll put you on the list. You want to get on the roller. You need to get your Rolodex up, because I'm gonna tell you.
What?
Yeah. Get your contacts up. Because I'm gonna tell you, Ruthie. I'm gonna tell you. All you have to do is be like, I've got a bad. They'll be like, okay. Right? I'm telling you. I know the people be listening. I'm telling you.
Right.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in. All right, y'all. Real quickly. I want to ask this question. It's the social media question of the day. Sonia, why don't we do it? Give me the big voice while you're over there. We got everything cracking around here in the blue light. Y'all don't feel like the blue light? Can y'all tell we got like a blue haze going on in here?
I think it radiates on our skin.
Doom. All right, Sonia, give me the big voice. I'm ready.
Time for the social media question of the day.
You know, as we're going to talk about Todd. You okay? We've lost you in the camera. You going back to?
I'll be back.
It's the one with the up and down.
He taking a break.
Look. We should do a whole feature. Okay, how about we do Todd? If you are watching live, y'all, let's just check out the Todd cam, because Todd is trying to figure out how to work his chair. Has he got
this chair broke?
No, it didn't. You gotta just. Here's the one on the. It's the first one.
I tried that. It used to just pop up there. It didn't do it.
Oh,
that's right.
See, man.
Please don't tell him the chair broke.
If the chair's, we gonna close.
That's one of the Husky guys. It wasn't me.
And I'm short. They broke my tall chair.
Oh, Sonia, while I was back there, I was thinking, I'm going to raise the money to get you. No, I'm going to get you a chair. I'm going to get you like a chair like this. Please tell me that chair's not broken.
Oh, it's probably me.
Okay, I hope it is, because that would just bother me. You hate when your stuff be broke. You ain't touching it be broke. You be like,
oh, Todd! I got a guy. Don't worry.
All right, y'all.
I got a guy.
All right, did y'all didn't even notice my door?
I did.
It's glittery. I noticed it.
You see, it's
Glossy?
Metallic paint?
no, it's actually iridescent.
Oh.
So like when the light hits it and you open the door, it kind of, but the blue is a little bit too dark.
That's your favorite color, blue?
I mean, obviously,
It's
I'm
very
a Sigma
rich.
man.
Just curious.
Well, yeah, it is my favorite. Actually, I would tell you,
Even
blue
though
is
he's
my
wearing
favorite
black and
color.
gold today, but that's all right.
Oh.
Wu-Tang, baby. Wu-Tang love the kids. I matched the wall. You see, when I took my picture this morning, I was like, ooh, I matched. See? Blended into the yellow up there.
Dope. Naturally.
I'm trying. All right, social media question of the day. Have we squandered the opportunity created by the murder of George Floyd?
Go ahead.
Dang time.
It was a long break.
I'm going to let you finish, but
Have we squandered the opportunity created by the murder of George Floyd? And I'm going to ask that because there was a tremendous amount of debate over Juneteenth, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I feel as though, so initially I was going to say the murder of George Floyd, was the murder of George Floyd the most significant occurrence in Black American history, right? Because it in my estimation, it's the first time that it forced, even throughout the civil rights movement and all of that stuff, white folks really did not acknowledge racism, in my estimation. And I feel like George Floyd may have been the first time where white people as a collective were like, yo, it's racism, and they had the white guilt, like even the cracking of the crackinist was like they had a little bit of guilt in that. But then I thought it would have been maybe if we had tangible outcomes. And as I was watching the conversation this weekend surrounding Juneteenth, not the local conversation, but the national conversation, they were saying how the murder of George Floyd made this possible, this national holiday. And then I combined the convergence of everybody being like, damn, we could have got more. Because at the same time, shout out to Patrick Brutus. It's hard to, you got to sort through Patrick's stuff sometimes. But when you, so he will, if you want,
writes a lot.
You want to fight, you want the anti-argument, go to Patrick Brutus's page. Because he will give you the anti-argument for everything. But he also pointed out, while all of the people were excited about getting the pen sign of Joe Biden signing in this, signing the federal holiday, and they made it happen quick, like tomorrow. Because they signed it and they was like, everything's closed tomorrow.
My wife works for the Secretary of State. She said at 4:29, they said, we have tomorrow off. Mm-hmm. And she leaves at 4:30.
And they were showing how, like, I can't remember the congresswoman who was like, I got the first pen to sign in the holiday. And I was thinking, was that opportunity squandered? This is not in relation to Juneteenth. It is in relation to what was celebrated, what is being celebrated as a victory, as really being the culmination of what we get. So I can't say that the murder of George Floyd is the most significant. That's why I moved my question from, was it the most significant thing to happen in Black American history? Because I believe it had even more impact than, say, Emmett Till. Mm-hmm. Even more impact some ways than the freedom rides and all of the eyes on the prize marches and all of that, because we saw a real life murder of a black man, and there was nothing. And I feel like there was the moment where we could have forced the issue here, and this, you really probably could have got some reparations. Now, it might not have been $300,000 each, but I do feel like if everybody would have stopped smiling and taking the selfies, and black folks would have stayed mad, there could have been more out of it. Now, but that's not here to say it wasn't. So answer me. Have we squandered the opportunity created by the murder of George Floyd? I'm going to throw it to you, Todd, and then I'm going to come to you, Ruthie. I'm going to see if my phone is charged, and we're going to try and open up the phone lines too.
Well, first, I think that the world changes. The only thing that you can count on is it's going to be change. So I think there's been so many significant things to build up to this point. And when I say that, I mean, like, even the Dred Scott decision where, you
taking it back,
where we all find out that, yeah, the nation says we're not part of this. And then you get to Plessy versus Ferguson, and they're like, oh, yeah, you're part of this, but, you're separate. And it's going to be equal. Wink, wink. Then you get to Brown versus the Board of Education. Then you get to the civil rights, where it's similar to George Floyd, where black people getting beaten is televised. And then that changes, like, the North. And that helps the civil rights legislation get through. And now we get to this, as May says, where someone's literally killed in front of everybody's eyes. And I don't think the president can go back. At least he probably feels like he can't go back. I do believe he said there won't be reparations. That was part of his thing. No, that's not going to happen. I don't think he will go back and try to force that. So I don't think they could have forced him to do that. I think he saw, well, there has to be something, and he thought that this was the best gesture that he could do, at least at this point. Maybe things will change. I don't think anything's going to change in his term. Maybe in a couple more terms, they'll be like, we really should let go of the strings and the purses. As we all know, that one of the major hurdles that black people have has always been money.
Come on.
Either they said don't give black people money, or they said don't give black people education, so they can't move up the ladder and try to get jobs. And even when we had education, like I say, my dad had a bachelor's in business administration in like 1954. He couldn't find a job. I mean, he literally stayed in the Alpha House for a year because he couldn't find a job.
Is that why he stayed in the Alpha House for a year? Well, was he in the Alpha? Let me stop. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
They would literally make jokes about him, like when, and like in the 90s, because he was there so long. He knew everybody because he was the guy who
Ice Cube.
Everybody.
He was Ice Cube in Higher Learning.
What was your daddy line name? Do you know?
God.
No, it was not God. I'm telling you, we ain't going for that.
That would be pretty far back.
So, Ruthie Moore, have we squandered the George Floyd murder moment?
I think we are still in progress. I think it's about the momentum, and I do think that the reaction of people to the upheaval is what really kind of got us going, because it was an era of we ain't going. And I do agree how significant George Floyd was, particularly when we think of policing. And I think that black people, we knew that we needed to do some corrections within policing, but I think it's just been so difficult to figure out the inroads. So I do think we've squandered that in the sense of not demanding more around police reform. I think the momentum that black people have, though, right now in terms of like reparations and supporting black business and economics, I think that is still a work in progress. I think that that's still moving in the right direction.
Well, look, this is what I want to do. I want to open up the phone lines. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. We're going to take a quick break at the top of the hour, and then we're going to come back. We're going to take your questions, and we're going to get your answers to the social media question of the day. You might not even want to answer it. Did y'all even miss us? Did y'all notice we was gone? Did y'all even know we was gone? They probably didn't even know we was gone. They was like, man, what they doing? I had some people, our boy Alderman Burnett called me and said, man, why you snapping on the mayor? I said, Doc, I ain't been on air for 2 weeks. He was like, oh, see, I was like, but at least that he was fiending for the replays. Yeah. So look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages with the social media. Question of the day: have we squandered our opportunity created by the murder of George Floyd? We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact Rpc Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support Rpc Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. Rpc Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information. Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Trying to reach you all day. What's the deal? Keep it real, baby. You can't even pick up and call me. Matter of fact, at this point, I just feel that you're trying to play me for a fool. Baby, that ain't cool. Now that ain't cool. See, you've been running around like you've been single, looking for a good time so you can mingle. Got me out here looking stupid. You out here with your bow like a cupid, but I guess it's cool. I guess I was just another hit on your hit list, another good time that you wouldn't miss. But I blame myself for all these feelings that I felt. You were nothing but a savage, seeking no ways you could scavenge. This thing I thought was real turned out to be nothing more than a feel. It's petty love, petty love, petty love, petty love. That's what we got. That's what we got. Petty love, petty love, petty love, petty love, petty love, yeah. Oh, now you're trying to reach me. Just the other day, you call yourself trying to treat. Now it's can we talk, oh baby, can you see? Cause you can't take what I'm doing. Is that cool? Now that ain't cool. But I blame myself for all these feelings that I felt. You were nothing but a savage, seeking on those you could scavenge. This thing I thought was real turned out to be nothing more than a feel. It's petty love, petty love, petty love, petty love. Ooh. Petty love, petty love, petty love. That's what we got. Yeah. Why'd you have to hurt me, boy? I thought you was so deserving for. You took my love for granted, boy. I'll just take this as a lesson for. Petty love, petty love, petty love. That's what we got. Petty love, petty love, petty love. But I blame myself for all these feelings that I felt. You were nothing but a savage, seeking no rules. You could scavenge. This thing I thought was real turned out to be nothing more than a feel. Petty love, petty love, petty love. That's what we got. Yeah, petty love, petty love, petty love. What we got.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this is a dangerous show. Don't go to the church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze, it's Sonia, and Ruthie, and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we're united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't tryna help us, they ain't tryna do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve on.
What's in it for the black people? All the lies we heard before. Time to pay attention. You gotta do more than listen. Some action with on the count of three.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger.
I'm taller.
Because you learned how to figure it out. You can turn the monitors down a little bit in here now. Just on the breaks. Hey, Ruthie Moore is in the building, and Sonia Escobar is flying the soul plane, y'all. We are asking, I'm going to move on in a minute because I got a whole list of things. But social media question of the day. Have we squandered the opportunity created by the murder of George Floyd? I am hearing it from white folks all over. They say, now I'm in my meetings. They be like, what happens when we have fatigue? When there's going to be some black fatigue. I told y'all the rubber band going to snap back. No such thing. No, for black people, maybe not. Shoot, I'm going to tell you. It is some such things as black fatigue. I be getting it sometimes too, Ruth.
I mean, we can get it, but they can't.
They can't. Okay, so let me ask you, give me your thoughts, though. Do you think that when are white people going to stop being guilty and be like, man, enough of this?
No, so I think right now, we got to focus on critical race theory. And how that's the buzzword now. Critical race theory.
That's racist.
So
they had a black guy on TV saying we need to stop thinking about that and be focused.
Of course he did.
I looked that up yesterday because I didn't really.
What you think?
I thought that I could probably agree with 90% of that, but there was something that was a little off. But
racist. It's racist. Can we just say it's racist? I could just be
quite what I was saying.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, so we got to pay attention to that because that is the new way that they're trying to package "Make America Great Again." Because you can't say that no more. So now it's
racist.
You know, so it's like now what they've taken up the mantle of is
going
against critical race theory. So again, that's dog whistle racism. But because you can't say "Make America Great Again" no more, you know, because we living in a time where you'll get canceled. So now they done repackaged the white supremacy and racism around the arguments surrounding critical race theory. So pay attention to that and the rhetoric surrounding that.
You got to watch these millennials, man.
Hey, I can't wait till we get into real power. That's how we gonna get the reparations. I'm telling you.
I believe it. I do because I do.
I think more that the rich white people who own everything, they don't care what anybody looks like. We just want to get richer.
100%.
They care. They still rather not you be rich though. Let it be. Let it be a room, and let it be a black dude. They're gonna be like, "How you getting here?" I'm just telling you.
Yeah, no, they can't stand the poor white people either though.
Give us a call.
But us, they like you can die.
872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Who's on the live line? Is that the president of the phone club? Let's hear from him, Miss Brother Frank.
Yes, sir. Good morning to you all.
Good morning, Frank.
We miss you all.
Thank you, Brother Frank.
I want to say some time, but I'm going to say this. Brother Mays, Brother Ruthie, Sister Ruthie, Brother Todd, and Brother and Sister Sonia, welcome back, y'all. Yeah, but y'all deserve and need that much needed rest. I'm gonna tell you because I was a radio television broadcaster maybe at Chicago State University. I know how much fun it is, but I also know how much concentration you got to put mentally into the whole time that you're on the job. They go home. You all go home as brain tired as a construction worker is physically tired who work 8 hours out there. So, in order to save your psyche and psychology has been proven even in the military that you got to take that vacation. If you do not, it will have a psychological effect on you that you may not even recover. So, welcome back, you guys. Now, let me get to the social media question, which is a great question because, listen, I agree with both Todd and Ruthie. Especially Ruthie, because the way she laid off and said, we are still in the moment, okay? The Derek Chauvin verdict has came down, and the sentencing is Friday. But listen, I would say that if we are still in the moment, like Ruthie was saying, and significant advances and gains have been achieved and still are in process, but the only person I would actually say that has squandered and is still squandering is our own illustrious Afro-American mayor, Lloyd Lightfoot. We still do not have 100% approval in enacting the police consent decree that came down when President Obama was president. We still just getting 20% as we see what happened with Anjanet Young, and she's still fighting that. As we see what happened with Adam Toledo, not to mention George Floyd, and now we have recently become aware that black people in a home on the south side were assassinated in their sleep, and this home was owned by a Chicago police officer. On duty. Now, he's been
he was a Latino, though, by the way.
Someone either let them in or they had keys. So if anyone has squandered and ill squandered, is Lori Lightfoot, whom I will never vote for again, okay? And she still squandered it, and I give her an F when it comes to taking full advantage of the George Floyd situation, which actually was an icing on the cake. Don't forget,
all right, Brother Frank.
Don't forget, Stephen Arbery.
All right, Brother Frank.
George Floyd broke the camera's back. So,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? She's the only one I give an F to.
Oof.
In the moment, out the moment.
Thank you, Brother Frank.
They're not going to be to say to me at the next election, well, you voted for, I'll be to say, no, I didn't. Not this time. No, I didn't.
Thank you, Brother Frank. I got to let you go. Brother Frank. We got more calls. I appreciate you. We missed you, man. Hey, let's go next. Tyrone, you're on the Mace Jackson Show. Have we squandered the opportunity created by the murder of George Floyd? Tyrone?
Welcome back, May.
Oh, what's up, Brother Tyrone Muhammad?
It's Tyrone Muhammad. How y'all doing?
Hey.
Good morning.
Next time you come in the studio, turn that radio down, bro. Turn that down.
Yes, we squandered it in the sense that it's the national movement, maybe, but I think that the local stuff that I know we've been able to do, because in my broadest view of things, and dealing with the little homies in the streets, the little so-called shooters, and the guys who are so amped to tote guns and weapons against one another. They all feel some type of way about the George Floyd issue, but I often use that as a prelude or as a way to show them that, listen, you're talking about one incident in your probably your lifetime or in the few years or decade. But here it is, you all are attempting to slide and kill one another every day. So that's the grandest thing to me, why everybody focusing on the national outrage of George Floyd. I use that issue and that incident every time I connect with the streets to show them, to give them a highlight, to make them see logically that you killing one another has a greater effect than any isolated incident of what the police do. 42 shootings this weekend. Listen, I ain't got no time to be dealing with no superficial, hyperactive issue in terms of George Floyd when we got killings and murders going on amongst ourselves. That's what I focus on more than anything. How do we stop? How do we educate? How do we prevent our women and children from being victimized by violence that is perpetrated by nephews, cousins, sons? And it's easy to focus on the police. See, we too as Ruthie says, we need momentum to be conscious often. I'm tired of that. And we sit back and we talk about these isolated incidents as though we're not in war in our communities all throughout Chicago and the surrounding suburbs. So with that being said, I think that brothers like yourself, me, others, we capitalize because often, Mays, it's not going to be everybody. God don't raise messengers and prophets and leaders in the tens of thousands. He raised messengers and prophets and leaders from the isolated, from the despised and rejected. It is only a handful. And often those handful have to be the motivating factor, not these hyper incidents. Those are the ones who actually, the grassroots movers and shakers that actually galvanize and move the people to another level. Because even in dealing with you, and a lot of people don't know about how we move in terms of business and other stuff, it will allow us, man, to capitalize. And then often it's going to take us to feed our people, man, because everybody don't know how to eat for themselves, bro. Mm-hmm. And when people realize that and understand that, and we create a mass movement on the local perspective, from political to the economic to the mental health, brother, then and only then do George Floyd death really make sense, because it has to be a local proximity, because across the country, nationally, George Floyd has really increased the way that people see me, even in VCCSC, and standing on the front line, whereas I got 30 states talking about building and growing charters, ECCSC across the country. So we got to build in a different way, and we got to use those momentum, as Ruthie say, to then individually build our families, our lives, and our community.
Hey, man, that's Brother Tyrone Muhammad. Hey, man, you put it down. I'm going to let you ride with that one. That, Ruthie,
grassroots.
It is. It's got to be. So that's a very good point, Sonia. So from that point, I'm gonna springboard into a whole bunch of stuff happened while I was gone. But I wanna go to 75th Street. I wanna go back about a week from last Saturday, and I wanna go to, because I got a whole list. You know, we got so many things that we could talk about, but I want to talk about the mass shooting. Well, let me back up. I want to know how we're going to describe it. So, in case you're not familiar, approximate last Saturday night on 75th Street at about 75th, I believe, in Prairie, it was. There was a shooting where 10 people were shot, 2 people died, while people were outside on the streets hanging out, kicking it. I saw a lot of different type of views and responses and things, and people were talking about it. But I'm gonna start with, and I don't think that part of the way people made light of the incident was they were showing all the people that were hanging out on the street. And I got to take issue with the fact that they were talking about the people hanging out on the street, because if you go up north, if you go to Rush Street, If you go on Division right now, you cannot get through any of those places. They have made it where you can walk and drink and kick it and hang out and be a Randolph Fulton Market, man. They got all types. I'm gonna tell you, I have a great time. But I want to understand, how do we package that? We didn't get to talk about it, and I don't know. So I heard a lot of different thoughts. 10 people shot, 2 died, 75th and Prairie. There was an outdoor, they had basically showed pictures of people just being all out in the streets, etc. But they really created that as a area for people too. They made it an entertainment district, right? They made it where it was supposed to be outdoor dining. They done passed all of these laws where you can go now and buy a drink and take it and walk and go and etc. And I don't know if I agree with the strippers on the poles, but I know people I've seen white girls jump on the bar, I ain't gonna lie, and do the splits and handstands, and I got pictures. So I seen it all. But I gotta ask, how does that happen? What role do we have in it? And then, Ruthie, what you say about outside threats? Give me that one again. I need to get my shirt because I can't remember. But mobilize our resources to neutralize outside threats. And so I said, what are we going to do about the shooters? And the first thing, some people's like, it's black. Y'all always talk about. I said, I didn't say nothing about black people. Whoever those people were, because some people said that those were police officers. Some people said that those were white supremacists dressing up and kicking it off. Some people, I saw every type of theory. I mean, if you go to my page, can I tell you, John Catanzara is just, I don't think he can help himself now. He's still becoming. He be stopping with you. But anyway, we'll let that be. My question is, how do we respond as black people? And I don't care who did it. If it was a setup, how do we respond as black people? There was not another one, baby. It was the first one when we were gone. But we ain't been here to talk about it. And I wanted to be on air to talk about it because, I heard people saying it was police dressed up and they was showing me the masks. You know how the realistic fake black masks. I want to know, how do we respond to it? Whether it was us or whether it was someone else, how do we have, because that 75th right there, let me tell you what, that's going to make everybody black, all the people in that area be like, we don't want nothing on 75th no more. Get them Negroes out.
And it was really trying to be on the come up right over there.
I thought it was great for black young people to have a place where they could go in their own neighborhood and go kick it. And they could go kick it and be young people.
And support black business.
Right. And can I tell you what? They go downtown and they outside in the street just like that after the club anyway, except they running them off. Now, I do think that if that was us, if it wasn't the police, if it wasn't the outside international racist super squad that came in and executed a mass shooting on the black people who was outside because they don't want us to have no fun and it was going to kick off the race riot, if it wasn't them, how do we respond?
I think Brother Tyrone Muhammad just said it. It's if we don't address our own issues, our family units, poverty.
Can we address that without? Again,
it's gonna be painful. But you know somebody who every time he talk, I'll be like, I don't want to agree with what he's saying. Ray Lopez. Sometimes I hate to hear Ray Lopez talk because I'll be like, I agree with what but I don't like you saying it though. So more of us need to take responsibility.
Yeah, but we don't like to. It seems to me it's odd to me because, I feel like somebody's gonna say that kid was a victim of race if it wasn't the super ninja, white supremacist, Ku Klux Klan, Nazi combination, I acknowledge the circumstances that created you, but I do not acknowledge or give you the right. I'm sorry, it's unfortunate you came from where you came from and the things that happened to you, but at the point in which you are taking the lives of innocent black people who are on the move to even be able to enjoy their own neighborhoods. I could care less about them being on the stripper pole. I'm telling you, my son, don't be out there. And I know that, but how do we deal with that? Because it seems to
we afraid. We scared.
It seems to me though, I feel like we will kick that to the circumstances of the child and forget the victims.
Because it all works hand in hand. And you cannot focus on one without focusing on another. And any solution that doesn't include both is futile.
I'm with you on that. How do we protect our neighborhoods? How do we protect?
Like Brother Tyrone Muhammad said, you gotta be willing to hit the streets. That's the only way.
So you can't have 75th until you do that. Right? You can't, I mean, you can't really expect to have 75th.
Do you feel safe outside dining al fresco on 75th?
I mean, the vice president.
Because you can have it.
That's because it's a 20-block perimeter around that mug when she touched down. They got snipers on every corner, and they done already cleared it out.
I refuse to be held hostage in my neighborhood.
I refuse to be held hostage in my neighborhood as well.
And so the only thing we can do is we have to be unafraid to take back our neighborhood.
So should we bust back? Should we have busted back on them? Should we have not waited on them?
If that would have happened downtown,
they would have had the cameras.
They would already have released the footage.
So my question then becomes, how do we in our neighborhoods, right? I think I'm taking all of the social ills out, right? When I say taking, like, don't present to me that the girls are stripping on the poles outside, because I see staggering white girls walking all over and doing our stuff on the bar and everything else. So I don't want to hear that. But I do, because I feel like it's not going to, it ain't one-on-one. This ain't a one-on-one thing now. Like, all you got to do is watch these videos and see, like, it's a whole different way people are approaching this. So should we be busting back? Like, should at that event, should it be not just Chicago police? Should it be brothers on patrol that's like, hey, cuz, you come around here with that BS, somebody busting.
Or even just, okay, so you know how, like, we would have got together and marched if it was some white people doing, busting at us. Why can't we take that same mentality, everybody get together, stand in solidarity to say, we are not afraid. We're going to build this corridor up. We're going to come and support these businesses, like, en masse, as a form of protest against the elements in our communities.
Do we acknowledge that there are elements in our communities?
No, we do.
Because it be our cousins, it be our brothers, it be our nephews. So sometimes it's hard.
How do you get people to respect their own neighborhood?
How do you get they don't feel part
people
of
don't
it
even
is
respect their own stuff.
I think it's part of it is territory. I think, like, who knows what really happened? Like, we don't know. They could have hit somebody to seeking revenge. Like, who knows? We don't know.
So
yeah, but even with that, respecting your neighborhood means that you don't go.
They could have not even been. They could have been from somewhere else. Who knows?
Well, weren't there cameras?
But see, the problem is that who can get on the streets to figure out what actually happened? Because if you don't know what happened, how can you implement a viable solution?
The police will tell you, at least they used to, like a year ago, they'll tell you that most of the shooting is Hatfield McCoy's. You shot me, I'm going to shoot you later.
Well, we agree with that. So how does 75th Street sustain? Because we know it's going to attract the people that have the beef too, right? Because wherever it's cracking, like, here go the deal. Part of the reason that everybody go to the reason you get, the further you go out, the more black people you see at kid birthday parties in Aurora and in Winnetka, and why they pass all these laws is because you don't do the dirt in the hood that you do, right? Like, you don't do your dirt in your own neighborhood. So if I've been doing dirt in this neighborhood, I'm not going to put my kids in that scenario. So if we understand that that's the scenario, if they taking their kids away and they doing all their stuff away, and when they come back, they doing it in our neighborhood, it's just a precarious position. I want to be on 75th Street. I'm not even in front. Like, I like what you're saying, Ruthie, about 75th, but I feel like that needs to be thought out, right? Because I feel like if I was on 75th, like right now to go on 75th Street, somebody is going to say you being a punk, or you saying, how about this? We don't know who did what, and so what if they come back to 75th Street to go get, because the people who did it live on 75th. What if it's just like somebody live on 77th and somebody live on 73rd and 75th is the meeting street?
If I may, per the Sun Times.
Yes.
Eddie El Khatib, owner of A&S Beverages.
Eddie.
Yeah. His wine and spirit shop was across the street, and he said that his cameras captured what happened, but he declined to go into detail with what was on the recording, saying that the camera showed about a dozen police cars already on the strip before the shooting occurred.
Yeah, we knew that the police were on the strip, though, because the police were on the strip protecting the strip. Because remember the weekend before that, it was up, and that's when they were showing all the stripper videos. So that's why I'm saying, like, it could have been to set up the prelude to whatever. I still want to know, how do we protect our neighborhood, though? Like, and I'm not talking about, like, no shade, but tangibly. Like, what's the plan? Like, do we hit the streets? The seniors ain't hitting the streets. The seniors gonna hit that Ring camera and be like, these are the people who walked up the street.
Is it because they don't want to kick it out? They don't want to kick it out there, right? Because they don't feel safe?
Can I tell you something, Ruthie? If I was going to kick it on 75th, you know how long I'm gonna be there? To 8 o'clock, because by 9:30 I'm sleeping in a mug. I'm telling you, like, I've reached a point where it is like I'm not, and there's a time when, like, the crowd changes and I just don't want to be around young people. Like, not because they're terrible. It's like, yo, I listen to 80s and 90s hip hop. I listened to GCI one week, I'm telling y'all this now. And I learned that dude killed everybody. He said, I thought you was a thug in the club. I learned about so many beefs and so many people. I'm going to just tell you. I just think that we've got to really think about how do you do this? How do you, and it ain't, I don't think it's punkish. It's like, real talk. I'm 50. 75th got a window of till 8:30 with me, 9 o'clock. Maybe we'll go to Francis and support Marlon Wright. We like Eddie. Eddie is, I talk a lot of smack about but Eddie to me is a servant of that community, because he done financed all the black people on that side of the block and trying to get their businesses started before they was cracking, etc. So I get that, but what do we do? So if there's a tape, is somebody going to see Eddie and get the tape and then is black folks going to deal with it? I mean, because the police obviously wasn't. You told the police to stand down. They said, okay, shoot. Now they standing down. They didn't catch nobody because they ain't finna run. Hey, that mean they like, yeah.
They looking at the footage.
They looking at the footage and they like, as long as it stay over there, we straight. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at The Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at The Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit SissyTacoBar.com for more info.
What about my love? Seems you have forgotten love. I do believe that something went wrong somewhere. What about my feelings? Do they mean anything at all? You got me so in love, I'm too blind to see. But you got my love, now you wanna put me down. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shaky ground. What about it, baby? What about the days and the nights we spent? What about the love we made so sweet? Are you sure you wanna live? Think it over, baby. 'Cause girl, I believe. I think you just might wanna change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shaky ground. What kind of way is that to treat your man? When I gave all that I never had, you got me going through changes of life with you. Are you sure you wanna live? Think it over, babe. 'Cause girl, I believe. I think you just might wanna change your mind. Know that you got my love. You don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Yeah. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. You don't come around. Now that you got all my loving, you got me standing on shaky ground. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Before you leave out the door, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind?
WIIFTBPM.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact Rpc Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support Rpc Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. Rpc Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
I think that the black community is starting to realize the mayor may not necessarily be an ally just because she is black.
Live from What's in It for the Black Media Studio.
Our representatives don't necessarily get a pass just because they're black. We've got a challenge in the black part of Chicago of holding black politicians accountable.
You're listening to The Maze Jackson Show.
This is Chicago, so I understand the Chicago way. I ask every day what's in it for the black people.
With Maze Jackson.
Come on, y'all.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore. We still got Todd a little bit. See, that's why I told you, though. He already called off. He called off. We get back one day. He called off for the next two. See how you do? But that's
one
okay.
On, two off.
Can I let y'all
like
know that the countdown has begun? The countdown has begun for our 1 year anniversary. That's right. It is the 1 year anniversary, July 1st of this. And then, can I tell y'all what? And I'm bouncing out again. So we're gonna talk about that because we gotta figure out, Ruthie, who's gonna be your guest co-host while you hold. Ruthie, like, what you mean? If you gonna be here, can you hold it down? Can you be superstar, please? Thank you. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But you should be the superstar then, because we can't really count time.
No, you can't. And I'll be going in August too.
Yeah,
so we can take some time off.
So I think I think that the summer, we got a lot of big changes coming up right after the anniversary. So that first and second, we're going to celebrate on. I think we might broadcast live.
Outside's open.
Yeah, I think we might broadcast live somewhere around TP on Friday. Have some breakfast and do some interesting things. I'm trying to see if we can get some of these artists that have been playing on our station to perform for the live broadcast. Let me ask a question. Would you all buy tickets to our live broadcast if we had, some of the artists perform, there was some breakfast included, and you could actually be part of the live studio audience? I'm telling y'all, because then we could sell tickets, and then
I do it.
I'm saying, y'all buy tickets. So look. I'm telling you, we are going to celebrate the 1 year anniversary. I got something big cracking. And, I think we could do a parking lot concert, sort of. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Have people outside, get some entertainment, get some artists. And
I was just telling Ruthie about the, I guess maybe we don't want pickup trucks.
What? The pickup trucks?
No, I probably shouldn't say that.
We could have a parking lot party. And then the funds would go to support the things that we do here at the network, right? Yeah, we've been continually trying to. First of all, the fact that we made it a year, who would have thunk a year ago that we would have gotten this far? So, and I really want to show some love to this morning show team, right? For stepping out on faith, trust, dedication, and then getting up this early every day. And so I want to do something. I want to make it big, and I want to celebrate. As much as I love a party, I want to celebrate my squad, right? Because it takes a lot to hang with me and to deal with me, and for them to be with me for a whole year, right? Thick and thin, good and bad, the whole thing. I feel like we have a lot of talent on the station, a lot of people crisscrossing. I'd love for everybody to come out and just really celebrate. Celebrate 1 year of, they tried to make us be quiet. As the city burned down, they literally said, you don't see it. And there's a lot of people that have supported us over this time and this venture and this effort. And I'm going to tell you, I got a lot of clarity when I was up in the mountains. But I was trying to, what I was trying to do, Ruthie?
Smoke something?
That was my cousin.
He said Ruthie.
You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to go to I wanted to do the wigwam thing. You know what I'm talking about? When you go up into the mountains and then you do like the Indians and they give you the thing and you get your mission from God. Right? And you go in the thing and you sweating, and you come out and you like,
you get a vision. Yeah.
I have a vision. Some people call it mushrooms. No, I'm just playing.
Or LSD, acid.
No, it's the peace pipe.
Right.
But anyway.
So you could have done that at the lakefront.
So anyway, y'all, be on the lookout. The What's in It for the Black People 1 year anniversary celebration. We probably going to do it on the 2nd, right? Because that's a Friday. The 1st, we going to be in the studio and maybe in honor of that, we should broadcast all over there. Hell no, because we didn't have time, all three of us. But you know what? I'm going to try and put some video together. I was out this weekend and people was like, hey, that's the dude from City So Real. Shout out to Ruthie Moore. Shout out to Herb Howard too. You all, in case you didn't know it, were featured on the big screen. I posted a picture of it, Ruthie. You ain't on social media, so Asia liked it. Shout out to my girl Asia.
I heard about it.
We were on the big screen at Hollywood Bowl. Sonia, you was there too. Tanil was there too, but they sent us a picture. You know, the producers know my ego, right? They was like, they could have sent me pictures of everybody, but they sent me. But we was on the big screen because City So Real is still rolling. We missed our run, so it's still rolling. So y'all, just good stuff has happened in this year.
Did you show that? They were showing that outside. Did you send something?
Yeah, I showed that we were playing at the Rose Bowl.
Oh, okay.
At the Hollywood Bowl. Yeah, like on the big screen. But what was so cold was, did you see the mountains in the background? Like, I'm like, how y'all ain't gonna call us and tell us? They was like, people was like, are you in LA? I was like, nah, I just left.
We'll be there.
We'll be there. Have my, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna only want the blue, and when I'm super famous, blue Skittles and blue M&Ms, that's all I want. Pick all the other stuff out.
No, you don't want anybody touching your stuff.
Nowadays, you can buy it that way, though.
Oh, that's true.
You can buy it that way.
You know why
and I'm gonna have my name put on my M&Ms.
You know why they had that in the contract?
What?
Because it was the Eagles. Because the Eagles felt like they wouldn't read the contract. So the only way that they could be sure they read the contract is they say something crazy in it.
Well, let me just tell you. I'm gonna find this one day. I have Redman's rider.
What's that?
Redman the rapper.
What they want.
Oh.
What they want. The rider is so you pay the contract, but this is what they want in the dressing room. This dude literally had a quarter pound on it.
A burger?
Got it too. No, a quarter pound. He got it too. And can I tell you what?
Yeah, first I was like, McDonald's?
That was like no McDonald's. All right, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. It was so much going on. I'm going to point out some.
I should tell you that my 8th grade class, 10 of us met this weekend. I felt like I needed to go because, a few of us have not made it. And it was nice seeing them.
Where'd y'all go?
And man, Tammy should have her own stage show.
Where'd y'all
go? She should have a show here.
Get her
You
here.
probably know Tammy. Actually.
Tammy who?
Tammy Coleman.
I don't, maybe, but we'll figure it out. She could get it. Everybody can get a show right now.
I'm sure
only
Dawn
$150 an hour.
Dawn knows everybody.
Yes, Dawn knows everybody. Book of Dawn. Dawn, she is not the plug. She is the outlet. That is like you want to get on, talk to Dawn. Shout out to Dawn. I'm so proud of Dawn too. She's programming all the music at Pier 31.
What?
Live band music. Yeah.
Is that why it's been popping?
That's when it's live music. Okay, did y'all?
That's crazy.
Y'all know y'all didn't come to. Y'all know I had a little shindig last week.
I was out of town.
I had a little shindig last week, and Dawn brought the live band.
Oh, I saw it on something.
It was don't man. Dawn be.
She was wearing.
And
the
then
blue
shout
dress?
out to Walter. Sean.
She was wearing a blue dress.
Yeah, she was She was doing.
Yeah, that was your event. Yeah.
Yeah. Dawn, Devil in a blue dress. No, but she's not Devil. She's an angel in a blue dress. Shout out to Dawn. Shout out to Mark Aguirre, Sherlyn. The champagne had a little tasting. In some kind of way, they mixed in that daggone Danny Sword. Y'all got to watch him. Ooh, I can't even say his name. Sorry. Anyway, can't even tell y'all. Whew, great drinks. Great. Have you ever made? I made a charcuterie tray. Y'all ever make a charcuterie tray?
Yeah, I made one.
I feel kind of crazy going to
Are
a
those
restaurant.
hors d'oeuvres?
Not salami and cheese.
That's hors d'oeuvres.
Okay, but you know, I feel like, you ever seen the white people go to the restaurant and they order a charcuterie tray? I'll be like, if you don't get your ordering some salami and cheese butt up out of here for $50 for some salami and cheese.
Fruit and nuts too.
Look, they be like 6 nuts.
Cheese is expensive.
Yeah, it is.
All right, y'all.
My sister-in-law makes one every time she invites somebody over.
I'll tell you what, I was talking smack,
nice.
but I will eat that joint. I will eat up some.
So good.
I will
Red
eat your
wine.
salami up without even thinking twice.
Man, I'm not eating that Spanish ham. That's not real ham.
What? I don't want Spanish. What's Spanish shit? I like
They
what's
call
the,
it something.
What's the prosciutto? I like prosciutto. A spicy edge prosciutto. I like a little capicola every once in a while. But
Prosciutto. That's not a drink. What is that?
That's Prosecco.
That's Prosecco, Todd.
You was close. You was close.
No, he wasn't. But you forgot. We ain't been gone that long. You don't agree with. You just don't agree with Todd. Okay. Right. Fancy Lunchables. Right. That is what it is. Lunchable. I was selling some kind of way. Don was like, I was like, I can show you how to make salami. I know how to make salami roses though.
Oh wow.
That's an art form.
Yeah. I keep telling y'all one day. Speaking of that, if there are any chefs out there, my daughter is looking to become a sous chef.
Oh, really?
So, if you are cooking and I would like to.
She and Hans can make a pizza joint. You know, Hans is trying to perfect New York pizza. Why? I don't know.
New York pizza.
In Chicago?
You failed them, dog. You failed them.
Yeah.
You failed them. All right, I'm going to run through just a list of things that were on my topics, and y'all pick one y'all want me to stop on, right? Round and round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows.
Stop. We haven't gotten it yet.
All right, here we go. Anjanet Young goes to court.
Stop.
Okay.
That's a good one.
We getting good at this. But I'm telling you, that's why so many changes, because we're going to spend some time with what we doing. Get our production elements all the way tight. Thank you. Anjanet Young. So, you know, I feel a certain way. Sonia, do we have the spot? Can you play that for me? Because I feel like I told y'all was going to forget. So I need you to play this one more time.
Today we learned that a Kentucky state grand jury found that the officer responsible for killing Breonna Taylor. Rulings like this one set us back and come as yet another challenge to the hard work and progress we have already made. It means we fight even harder against the systems of inequality and injustice designed to keep too many of us down. We will and we must continue to say her name. We will and we must continue to demand justice. And we will and we must do everything in our power to prevent any more names from being added to this roll, like George Floyd, or closer to home, Rekia Boyd, and Laquan McDonald, and too many others. I want you to know that I support you and will do everything in my power to protect you.
Regarding the CBS 2 story last night about the raid on the social worker's home, why did your administration go to court to try and prevent the body camera video from being broadcast? And why is your administration asking a federal judge to punish Miss Young for sharing video of her own home being raided?
And I watched that video. Now, this case was litigated in federal court. The federal judge put in place an order. There's allegations that she has violated that. A federal judge put rules in place. It's for that judge to determine whether or not that was appropriate. I'm not going to sit here and second guess a federal judge or how the information related to that matter is handled. That's for that judge who I know and is very competent and I'm sure will be fair in assessing.
Because COPA has not yet made a decision in 22 months on this.
I just, look, we got to fess up and we got to clean it up.
You have the wrong place! You got the wrong house! You got the wrong house!
and we must continue to say her name.
I just felt like it was important for us to set the stage because then we heard the mayor apologize. She said we got to fess up, we got to clean up. And then I come back, I get off the plane, and I find out that Anjanet Young is now being dragged back in the court by the city of Chicago because they refused to settle. She did not accept the settlement. Gotta ask y'all. Remember y'all had the big march? Remember I told you it was like the big dilution march? Like there was going to be a march and all the politicians and all the people was going to get in it because our girl Helen Tyner was trying to mobilize 1,000 black women. And so they did an intersection and we saw the governor's office and everybody jump in and have it and talk about how terrible it was. And we haven't heard anything else about Anjanet Young except right here on What's in It for the Black People Media, where we continue to say y'all was going to forget. And I felt some kind of way. I'm not going to lie to you. I have a challenge with the mayor jumping in on black stuff and everybody being happy to be on the joint with the mayor, and she picks and chooses which thing she's gonna do. And so nobody black was gonna say nothing to her about Anjanet Young while she was standing there. That bothers me, right? It's like, and imagine, I just need for y'all to understand what it has to feel like to be Anjanet Young and to see everybody standing up cheesing with the mayor talking about we ain't been treated right. And nobody says nothing. I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to trip on Anjanet Young, but I know what it feels like. It's a whole bunch of people that will always be like, yeah, until the white boys come to you and offer you whatever it is to forget what it is. Take the money, but still be like, this is just a piece. What about Anjanet Young? Does anybody even mention Anjanet Young? When's the last time the mayor had to face a question about Anjanet Young from anybody black? Okay, I got you. So y'all made me stop on that when I was trying to get past that. All right, round and round and round we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. All right, then we got the explosion of the Chicago mass shootings. We got carjackings and crime. We got state passes, election, school board over Mayor Lori Lightfoot's objection.
Stop.
School board. So the mayor said that she was not going to have, I swear to God, I wish I would have collected the clips because she talked mad smack, said what wasn't going to happen, democracy this, democracy that, and she wouldn't let it happen. And every time she says what she ain't going to let happen in Springfield, it happens. And in case you did not see, Mayor Lori Lightfoot lost her battle with the Illinois General Assembly, and they have officially passed in a 21-member elected school board.
And she did a lobbying effort with the Black Caucus.
And which they all kicked her to the curb.
Right.
Because she came in trying to point her finger and lecture. And again, not recognize they was like, we ain't the city council. And the fact of the matter is the mayor's not built any rapport with anybody. Her whole premise is my way or the highway. Right. Which, Todd, the mayor usually has if they got some clothes on. But this is the empress with no clothes.
Right.
You're 100% foolish, is what I think.
Yep. And that has bode her not well. So now she has lost control of the school board, although I don't think she will be mayor to live through it. So it's like, that's why I'm very, I think, Ruthie,
you said that, Maze. You brought that as a point. You said, hey, this mayor ain't going to be mayor for long, so we give up the school board.
And you saw, and then what did she do? She appointed a Latino and I told y'all that the Latinos were in progression. People tried to tell me he's an Afro-Latino. Show me an Afro-Latino. This ain't New York. Salim, don't even try it, because I know Salim gonna be like, in New York. Hey, look, y'all, if you are tuned in, hold on, Todd. If you are tuned in to us on WBGX 1570, we are about to go off air, but you can still join us on the Maze Jackson page and on YouTube. Again, if you are on WBGX and you are tuned in to us right now, you can continue watching the show live until 8 o'clock on the Maze Jackson page on Facebook, as well as the Maze Jackson channel on YouTube. Look, we're going to continue this conversation when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be right back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact Rpc Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support Rpc Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. Rpc Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
Hey, sunshines. If you didn't catch the last page in the Book of Dawn, here's what you missed. You found that, but you also, during those times, made a conscious decision to create a base for yourself outside of the Isleys or the great artists that you tour with. And from that, the MoFits Project was born. Can you tell us how and why you did the MoFits Project?
Let me tell you something. I had been touring since I was 17. And what happened was Eve, your girl Eve, was doing different events around town. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was right on 47th Street.
Yeah, I think it was Blue 47.
Yeah, one of those spots. So Eve was doing something with them. So they were like, we're hiring bands. I was like, I'm going to put something together and go play locally. Let me do that. And through that situation from Eve, the MoFits Project was birthed. I was like, oh, okay, this would be great to actually come home and put quality guys together and make music locally outside of the touring. I just found another joy in it. And crazy, remember Terrence Kane came up with the MoFits.
Oh, did TK? Yeah. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Terrence was like, you need to call it the MoFits, Ruthie. Use your name. This is how that name came about. It was Terrence Kane and my girl Eve Bridgeworth. She was the launching pad for that. And then she would hire me to do different events. And she started hiring me to do weddings and stuff she was doing. And then it just kind of birthed into that.
Don't forget to tune in weekdays, 9 a.m. to the Book of Dawn from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. Roll Tide, y'all.
The Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning.
The Fraternal Order of Police. It is the President, John J. Catanzara Jr.
We all saw the Anjanet Young video.
Naturally, when someone hears, I didn't do it, you got the wrong place, you just discard it. You have an obligation to make sure that the rest of the place that you're doing a search warrant on is secure.
Okay, so you used the word naturally. And when you watch that video, naturally, a natural reaction would have been to provide her with some coverage for her naked body.
Have you ever been to police?
And so
have you ever been to police?
Let me finish my question. So a natural reaction was not what we saw from those white police officers.
A natural police reaction is to secure the scene.
So a natural police reaction is different from a natural
Well, we're talking about police. We're not talking about you going into a building. We're talking about the police going into a building.
Hence why in the beginning of the question, I related it to training. Are police officers trained to not see black people people as human, and so police training would make them naturally react to see me as an animal?
I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer because that's just an ignorant statement to make. They went in there looking for an offender
who was not there.
Do you know that until you searched the whole place?
They did. They searched, and she stood there naked.
And at that point,
after they had the scene secure, she still stood there naked.
Again, I already conceded the fact that they could have did a better job covering her up, but her race had nothing to do with it, and you're going to keep implying it. I'm going to keep telling you you're absolutely wrong.
Let me ask you a question. Of training? Is it a lack of proper training?
No.
Oh, man, I keep telling you, you got the wrong place. You got the wrong place.
The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. We will kill you for our woman.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanet naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. Now, let me tell you, I want to welcome everybody who is tuning in with us from WBGX 1570 AM. I'm going to tell you, we go every day from 6:30 to 8 o'clock on the radio. And that's going to change a little bit because I'm telling you, as we move into next year and next season, we plan on upgrading and changing around a few things. And really, you know, we going to be... There might not be microphones here. Y'all might be sitting on couches. Or maybe not couches. Plush chairs. Plush chairs.
I will be sleeping.
Plush chair. You know, we're going to get, not like a granddaddy chair, though. We're going to get us some fancy furniture and some stuff. We got so many upgrades coming for the studio. A lot of changes to the programming. Y'all be on the lookout for us. Because as we surpass our first year, I mean, literally, next Thursday, not this Thursday, next Thursday, 1 year anniversary, July 1st. July 2nd, I think we're going to have us a concert. and a breakfast and a live broadcast and some DJs and some. I'm figure it out. I'm gonna need some sponsors. Now I know we got some people that would be out there that would love to have their name on the stage. I'm gonna tell you something. The What's in It for the Black People family is probably one of the most loyal and patronizing families ever. And when they find out that you got a business and you support, we will support you back. So I'm gonna have a package. I gotta talk to Booker Dawn because you know she is the musical. She the A&R of the station, right? Because she found all the music. Bookings. I mean, we gonna have to see if we could get her in to do our joint.
What'd you call her? A&R?
A&R. Artist and Repertoire. That's the person that goes out and finds the magic. And puts the artists together and be like, N1, N2, N2, N3. And you better charge more than that. Man, I'm gonna tell you, Dawn was the entertainment coordinator at my wedding.
What?
Wow.
Yep, she booked the band.
Did you have like dancers like they had in Come to America?
No, I had but I did have Walter English, and actually some of the guys that performed at the last week were actually performing at my wedding, and we had a live band and they sang "Stay" and everything. It was pretty dope.
We had a saxophonist at our wedding.
Did you have Kenny G?
Luckily, Janine hadn't gotten into the chapel yet.
You had Kenny G. You had Johnny D.
No, we had Kenny F.
It was that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
But at least he was free.
Oh, see, that ain't that. I've decided that free is not a good thing. I'm starting to recognize in a lot of cases.
He wanted to play our wedding so bad. He was from New Orleans. I didn't know him from Adam. I'm like, why does he want to be at our wedding?
Because he said because he was trying to get close to your daddy, dog.
No, he's from New Orleans. He didn't know who I was.
Yes, he did. Because nobody else would let him play then. Maybe
that's
was
probably
so he could add you to
needed some practice.
Practice? Practice? I could see if we was talking about a game, but practice?
Talking about practice.
Practice. All right, I got some more stuff. Y'all be stopping me on my list. I didn't even get all the way through it. All right. Y'all can give us a call, too, if you want to. You still can call us, 872-259-7474 if you missed us. If you want to just talk to us.
Man, where'd the number go? It was posted on the wall. Now I can't say it because I don't know about Heart.
Because, Ruthie, you didn't notice the studio upgrades?
Yeah, but...
You didn't so I took that off. I'm going to put it in a framed something. But it's right there on the screen. You can read it on the monitor.
Aha.
And then tomorrow, when I put this monitor on there, then you'll be able to read it real time, and you'll see it on the monitor. But y'all didn't know I did a lot of studio upgrades. So I told y'all when I was gone, when we closed the studio for a week. And then the week that we closed, I came in, I touched up all the paint. I hated that drip. There was a drip over there.
I remember that.
And it was like every time there was a picture of something, that drip showed up in it. And it was just like, so I painted that. You see, I painted all that. Then I installed LED lighting. So we're actually in a blue room right now with Ruthie. Never again will we have to worry about the lighting falling on us. Because if you notice, I sandbagged them all. I bought sandbag rings. And so now if you bump into them, they won't fall. We have a new lighting system coming in anytime in the next few days. I also hung draping so that now we can change the set. So for instance, if we want to do a show, I don't think everybody should necessarily get this look because it then takes away from us. Right? So what we're probably going to do is start putting they'll have a black backdrop and we can add a logo or something along the lines. But I think that this is a special place. This room is, and kind of, it gives a certain ambiance for us. I painted the door. So now when you come out, you know how it used to be that big white blob that would be over there in the corner. If y'all notice, Ruthie's door, the lion comes out the blue door. I painted all the baseboards.
Did you tape before you painted or you just painted?
No, I taped.
Dang, you got it cracking.
I taped. And then on top of it, I adjusted. So you know how somebody does a job and at the end they get tired and they just be doing something. So remember at the end, Crave just kind of just tagged it. He just whiffed them up there. I had to repaint the black wall, the studio wall. I painted the whole wall. And then I primed out the old wiftable and put up new wiftable with stencils so it looks much more professional. Yeah. Also rewired. You notice I rewired and You see our new silver tubing?
A rig.
Yep. I got us. Man, I'm telling you. Y'all don't even understand. Now, I know we're going to be flying around and everybody's going to be taking time off during the breaks, during this summer break. But when we come back, y'all going to be like, jeez, with the media. The Maze Jackson Show, y'all, I'm taking it there. We finna be rich and famous. But before we get rich and famous, we need y'all to support us because we are going to have the What's in It for the Black People parking lot party.
PP.
PPP.
I want to bring y'all low plane and actually make it to the destination just once.
Oh, you know what? We have to talk about that. All right, y'all. So more going on.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
I mean, we get to see the people again.
Yes, I am. I'm excited, beyond excited to see the people again. And I'm gonna tell you.
You got your Depends on?
I don't even know what Depends on.
You said you were excited.
I'm not that excited. I'm not that excited. I'm gonna tell you though, it is funny because every time I go somewhere, somebody be like, I don't keep y'all in my pocket. They be like, where Ruthie? I be like, Ruthie is somewhere having a hot girl summer. So they be like, where? Like I'm saying, in Robbins, we could have done a live broadcast and we could have. I'm telling you, they was like, where Ruthie at? I was like, I mean, I know she's little, but she's not that small, right? She's not that small. I could, but between. Let me stop.
I had a sighting while I was out.
Okay.
And it's the same thing. People always say the same thing to me when they see me in person. I get this a lot, and it's "You so little."
Rogers branded you.
So
All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. We're going to keep on pushing. So y'all stay tuned and y'all keep bearing with us because all I ever want to do is get better. That's all I want to do. I want to get better. I want to provide you great content. And somewhere in the middle, I want to get rich.
Somewhere in the middle.
Well, yeah, it's challenging getting rich with black people though, right? It is. It's just tough because I don't think we're accustomed to economy, and then we're in this limbo where we're supposed to kind of detest it at the same time we need it to even be able to do it. It's a weird space. So I just decided that, guess what? I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna do my best to help people, as I've always done. And if you ain't with it, there's plenty of places for you to be. And I think that's where I want to go right now because I got a whole list of things, and I'll just sprinkle them in during the week. But I was thinking about this Juneteenth celebration and the controversy that I have seen surrounding it. And maybe maybe I'm just in the social media space, but I've seen a tremendous amount of controversy around the celebration of Juneteenth. And I don't know why is it that it seems like we're critical of everything. Now, I find it interesting that there were so many people that were against, or not against, but openly voicing negativity regarding Juneteenth as why do we care about this, whatever. Now, same people be like, they can't wait for the 4th of July. Be having barbecues, be at the whole thing. And I get it from the standpoint that it goes back to my original social media question of the day, which is, have we squandered the George Floyd murder? And it goes to the point of seeing the Black Caucus clutching their pearls as they were able to grasp the first pen for this national holiday. Now, you want to impress me, the white people got to go to work. It would be like black people only, then I would have been a little bit more impressed. But I feel like there are a lot of black people that put a lot of hard work, time, and energy into creating this holiday. And if they got it, because that was what they were on, not what you were on, but they were on, why can't we celebrate their victory and join in on it? Now, we don't have to be like, that's what they want. That ain't what we said. And we ain't done, and we still want reparations. But I don't understand the whole concept of the tearing down of someone else's accomplishment.
Right.
Like, and why can't we be happy for... I recognize the concept of symbolism. And I think maybe that's where it is, right? Where people feel like the white folks think they get away with something and it's a slick one and they gave us this and now we don't want reparations. No, we still want reparations. But I don't know why it seems like people have taken such a hard line in digging in against this. What is it? Ruthie?
I sure don't know.
Ruthie, help me.
Which aspect are you seeing the pushback? Is it against the symbolism or is it against the idea that black people don't need this because we got the 4th of July?
I feel like I'm pushing back on black people publicly criticizing the work of other black people.
Oh, okay.
I feel like there were a lot of people that were invested in. That's why I'm not even tripping. I don't like the mayor, but I'm not going to trip on the fact of I'm happy Black Culture Week was successful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like the pictures, all of the stuff, that was great. It's only symbolic if we make it that way, to me, right? Like, that's white people say, keep on giving. Keep on giving. That ain't it. That ain't enough. But I don't know why it feels like your blackness is some kind of way defined by your willingness to be against everything that anybody else does. It seems like we define our blackness by being able to point out the holes in black people stuff. I love to beat the heck out of... I'm going to beat the heck out of the political space because we're supposed to get something back. But 20 years ago, that fight of the Juneteenth, I'll be honest with you, I ain't been a Juneteenth fighter.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool that we got a black holiday that we can call a black holiday, and we still haven't organized that yet, which is why Walmart and everybody else was in a position to take advantage of it.
And that was, remember when we was talking about that?
Right. And again, we didn't put our own flag together, so we let them plan it all out. But again, I don't know. There are black people that celebrate this day.
Black people been celebrating Juneteenth.
Oh yeah, we used to when I was a rep. This is the 90s. We used to have a parade. Go down 79th Street to. It was a long parade. Literally like Stony Island to Rainbow Beach, and it was a Juneteenth parade. So and they would dress up like it was 1860.
Oh Lord, they had shackles on?
No, not that way.
Okay, I was like, I don't. But no, so again, I feel like because we don't have a defined who we are.
There you go.
So because we don't have a defined who we are, it's like whack-a-mole.
Mm-hmm.
It's like whack-a-mole. So somebody come up with a cool new name, we with that. Right? So we ADOS, we Freedmen's Bureau, we in Cobra, we all of these different things. And if you wear the red, black, and green flag on Juneteenth, then you ain't black and you don't know what you talking about. And it just gets to the point of what's the purpose of us denigrating our own piece? Now, unified, the answer is this is awesome, but this ain't reparations. This is a start. This is the first step.
Mm-hmm.
And this is me with my whole piece of trying to change my mentality of saying, like, why do I have to be against? I got to understand what your purpose in life is. Some people, their life's goal was to get Juneteenth a holiday. Mm-hmm. If they got that and they tap out because in 1932, that symbolism meant something to them, and it was a fight to get all the way to the point right now, I'm not mad at them for that. Are we mad at the King holiday now? Because it really is symbolism. Didn't nothing change.
It's community service. It's peace.
But again, why are we critical of?
I think we need all voices in the fight. In the absence of a centralized method to organize, you're gonna always have dissension around everything. But to the people that are Juneteenth naysayers, for whatever reason, if it's because it's too much symbolism, it's because we want reparations, like whatever it is, I think that those people still should be able to have their voices heard because they right.
I would say this: have your voice heard in the forum, in the Black forum. I don't know. So it's part of my whole, like, I came to another epiphany. It's like, I'd be like, I don't necessarily fit into I don't know where I fit in Chicago, right? Like, because I don't fit into the blackety black crowd, right? Where it's like, I'm so black that I'm so self-righteous that I ain't gonna lie. Until we come up, I'm gonna survive in the space that we are, and I'm going to do my best to create an environment of success in the universe that I have. And as our millennials take the tip of the spear and they keep pushing the ball forward, I will fall back, and when they get it done, I'm going to be with that. But in the meantime, I'm going to be in a place where I can help people. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm going to do. I feel like, I'm starting to feel like we run more people away with the most conscious black people, to me, run more black people away than they do bring in. Because, again, if you are the black person who was, I told you, I listened to GCI all last week. Yeah. Right about my neighborhood, all the brothers that would normally be standing outside, be like, Ross Blow. Well, they don't say Ross Blow. They be loud, right? Mm-hmm. I'm talking about the whole block. It was red, black, and green flags. Now, somebody probably was like, you don't know what look, brother. If we got people in, and this is a way to bring people into a state of consciousness, right? Let's not push people out. Like, it's degrees of it. You read 20 books. This person may not have ever read a book, but he is now starting to recognize the consciousness of blackness. And I'm going to get even into that, because I was like, then I got whooped for saying blackness. We ain't black, you don't know, and you part of the Matrix, and I'm not tripping. What? And I was saying to myself, it was me and brother, I was talking about this whole blackety black. I find that the people that are supposed to be, that are the most knowledgeable, tend to run more people away than they bring in.
I mean, I think it's the same problem with the black church.
That's exactly it.
The black church is a great test tube experiment for the state of black consciousness in black America.
And hypocrisy. And so that's why I be like, I tell you, the most beef I ever have, ever, is with the extra conscious black man that done read 50,000 books and is like, yo, and it'd be like, really? Really? Like, you could have helped as many people and none of that counts.
I'm with you, Maze. That is, I guess that's not my group. That group that's read all the books and wants to tell me that I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm thank the Jacksons and the Bryants. I feel like I'm in my space, which is trying to help people make money and trying to help people's lives with homes and feeling that their homes are safe.
Okay,
this
come
is my
on,
thing.
purpose.
I like it.
Thank you. And it's like, I just think
everybody got a role.
I think everybody has a role, but at a certain point, your role can't be to always take away. Like, again, you can be so smart that you dumb. And in my estimation, we got some people that are so conscious that you got guys who would have been using red, black, and green 10 years ago for something meaning something way more, to brothers being like, hey, my brother, what flag is that? I ain't up on that. Right? My brother, well, that's the white people's, look, I had to break it down. I was like, that's the Juneteenth flag, but the white lady made it because I felt like, right? But the white lady made it, so we gonna fix it by the next 5 years, but give us a minute. They sprung this holiday on us and didn't give us no chance. And they was like, here go the plan.
But you know what I think? So you know how you said, like, it's levels to consciousness. So if it's Juneteenth, but if you go get all your stuff from Walmart or from the Arab corner store, then it's like it's different levels of consciousness. So I think we just have to keep shifting consciousness, and sometimes you got to just meet people where they at.
That's the point. That's exactly my point. Meet people where they at and be an example to make them want to be more like you, not run away from you. Right? while they become conscious. Consciousness is a evolutionary space. And I think as I watched this debate, like I'm just telling you, I was watching the debate over just the Juneteenth, and if I was the average black person, I'd be like, man, y'all keep this joint. Give me the 4th of July, because I don't even know what I'm supposed to do, right? Like I don't even, and it's just interesting to me because, again, I'm just telling you, watching the mayor, she was tough. That's tough for me. Knowing that she was just doing Anjanet Young and then gave away our joint, gave it away to the black people, gave away the school district on the same day. She was like, you free now? And on that note, we'll be back after these messages.
And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, black. I'm blacker than black, yo. Because I'm black and I'm back. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, yo.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact Rpc Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support Rpc Computer Repair and Print Shop, located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. Rpc Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
WIIFTVPN.
I can see it in your eyes. You've been hurt way too many times, baby. And if I'm being honest, yeah, I can tell, girl, that you want this. Yeah, but I can only wait for so long, girl. Giving us both some space so we can see. But don't make this too hard, yeah. Cause I still want you right next to me. Girl, it's plain to see, yeah. Don't play with it. Baby, life's too short, gotta make a decision, yeah. It's time to make up your mind, girl. You gotta make up your mind, girl. You don't have to say a word. The writing's all over your face, yeah. You don't have to hurt no more. Just give me your love. You don't hold back and let it go. But I'ma only wait for so long, girl. Giving us both some space so we can see. But don't make this too hard, yeah. Cause I still want you right next to me. Girl, it's plain to see, yeah. Oh, baby, life's too short, gotta make a decision, yeah.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show.
Hey, y'all. You can let that play for a little while. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore. Todd, the part-timer. Shout out to Sonia, Escobar, in the building. Hey, y'all. Shout out to all 300 people, 340 people that are watching us live. We appreciate y'all.
Good morning.
If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Twitch, we appreciate you.
Good morning from Chicago.
Good morning from Chicago, because we worldwide. Worldwide. Fresh for 88, you suckers.
What's that, BS Marquee?
BDP.
I was close.
No, you weren't.
It got the same amount of syllables. Biz Marquee,
BDP. Oh, I see. You ain't. That's not fresh, though. Come on. All right, y'all.
Crush Groove was on the other day.
Crush grooving.
Shout out to all the people that got to go back to work. Into
moving.
office buildings.
Mugs done got comfortable not going to work.
Shout out. You can do it. You can do it.
Hey, man, you going to like seeing your coworkers, though.
Oh, no. You can see them on Zoom.
See, you got to do stuff you love. I would not want to be with y'all on Zoom every day.
Really? You would want to be in person with people?
With y'all, yeah. I wouldn't want to do this Zoomy every day.
I'm not for
No, I wouldn't.
I look, Ruthie, like, damn, Todd. I thought I had it worked out. No, no. There's something about personal energy, and I feed off of people, like good or bad. Because I feel like what's old boy where you can eat good energy and bad energy, and it all just make you nuclear. That's me.
I'm a better in person.
I always be trying. I can't never get the background right when I'm on Zoom anyway, unless I'm here.
You need a green screen.
I got one out there. But then it's on. Then I'd be like, and then my video be. All right, y'all.
People that stare at themselves.
I be staring at myself. I be doing my. Man, I seen on Zoom now they put makeup on you. They'll give you new eyebrows, all type of stuff. I was like, nah, I want to be like the vampire. What if I turn into a cat? I am not a cat.
Yeah, right.
Stop with the filter.
That was funny.
Oh goodness. Hey y'all. Did y'all see that while we were gone? So I had my list. I had a couple things I wanted to talk about. I need to publicly declare this. I do.
Racism as a public health crisis?
That too. But first of all, before we get to racism as a public health crisis, can we create a rule that says that if you owe me money, before you talk crazy on Facebook, you got to pay me my money back first?
All of it or percentage?
No, I want it all. I'll be like, dog, and let me just tell you, part of the reason that the Maze Jackson show is what it is because I've shared my evolution, right? I've shared every bit of what I told you pre, post, during, what happened when. So regurgitating my history and where I got it, you only make yourself look stupid. And then let me just say, even when I try to block mugs, it's like 17 of them. So it's like, I'll be like, let me just, like, if I don't even need to see what you got to say. If you trying to trash me, that's cool. But why you got 17 profiles? Who you trying to be? And then let me finally state to the people who egg that BS on. Right? Like, you don't got to be in my... I don't need you to play two ends to the middle. Be where you gonna be.
You weren't even on air and you was beefing?
I wasn't beefing. I just woke up. I took a nap and I wake up and, I wake up and I see my timeline and I be like, how am I, right? And you read stuff and people, you don't want to say my name though. You know, if you say my name, I'm going to play your tapes back and I'm going to post your text. And then we'll see how cool that'll be. Because, don't nobody want it. Let me stop. So anyway, I just felt like, no, because you know what I hate? I hate, like, don't be in my space and you really snaking. Or you being in my space and you try, like, I see the little shade, and what I've come to recognize is sometimes people ain't really joking. Like, they really are meaning what they, is like they saying crazy stuff, or they be saying stuff in the comments, and you be like, ha, ha, ha. When it's not really, ha, ha, ha. They really hating for real. So, I'm just saying, I pay attention. I read the comments. I may not catch them here, but if they all start to match up across different platforms, and if you encouraging BS, then what I need you to do is just stay with the BS. Don't be waving at me. Don't be texting me. Don't send me.
Energy,
keep that same energy over there. Because I see it all. Now, let me move on. Racism. No, because I be like,
whoever Maze was talking to, y'all know who they is.
They know who they are. They know who they are. Why your name under the list? Why your name? You see somebody on some BS. Why you comment? Unless you on some BS too, right? You guessing? Don't guess. Say my name.
This reminded me of Destiny's Child.
Say my name. Say my name. Don't wonder. Because we can get it cracking. Everybody want to be on social media and talk smack. Not too many platforms bigger. Not too many.
Who has that time?
Man, not too many platforms bigger. So I just need to say that. Not here locally. Not consistently. Right. And I'll put it wherever you want to put it. No, I'm saying the numbers are verifiable.
Oh, you mean put the show wherever you want to put it?
Yeah, I'm saying put the numbers up.
Got it.
You're not. I'm humble about it. I am. I don't. But no, right? Really, who's beating us consistently?
In the digital space?
In the digital space. Who?
In one of the largest markets.
Who?
There's an owl in here?
Who?
That's funny.
Outside open again.
Man. It's like, man, y'all got business? Go run around.
Right.
But I really, so I just needed to say that.
We live in a society where people can make your business their business so that they can have business. It's almost like how people get paid, like how you can monetize other people's content just by recreating it or talking about their content. Like that's the society that we live in today. People find different ways to kind of, I call it the piggyback, the old piggyback.
Yeah.
But certain things are only said here first.
First of all, let's just be clear. Let's be clear.
That was Tuesday at
People,
7:34.
let's just be clear. Let's be clear. Mugs be re-saying. You can reframe what I said. You can retype. It's still what I said. It is
Content creation right here. For other people.
Yeah, even when you don't know it's happening, you give me my right. Just I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So when you see me, I'm just saying you ain't gotta play like we all cool. I'm watching how you carry it with other people, and if you feeding BS, right? And I've never done anything to you. I will one more time say there's really no one that can say that I've really done anything to them. All you can really say is I tried to help you or I tried to share my tools or talents with you. And at that point, some point where you felt, because no one's putting anything in my pocket, at some point that either made you feel jealous or resentful. And then it became a way for you to then climb your I'm mad at May's ladder. Bro, you don't have no reason to be mad at me because you ain't done nothing for me and I really ain't took nothing from nobody. Because really, there's not that many people who can do a lot for me. Not. Let me back up. There's always people who can help. But often the people who talk the most smack, like, cuz, there's nothing I could have taken from you. What do you have that I could take?
Oh, I see what you said.
What could I have possibly done to you? What? Like what?
We're social.
Clout is currency.
So you don't put. I'm saying, but here's my point. Like, cuz I don't. The three people that I am indebted to are in this studio. 3. Those are the only people who give outward. That's it.
I mean, that speaks to their self-esteem. Because if you believe somebody else has more power over you than what you can achieve, I mean, it's sad. Love yourself. You can do it. Come on, buddy.
I don't gotta say, let me just say, like, I mean, but I'm saying, if every week you with a different group, it's not me, bro. If you done followed the philosophies of Jesus Christ to the Sphinx to whoever else, and still you wind up by yourself where you at, it ain't me.
It might be you.
Right. And I just got to say one more time, dear friends, fake friends, what they call that? What's the phony thing? Phony kicking it? Don't phony kick it with me. You don't got to phony kick it with me. If you feeding that BS, stay with the BS.
I'm a little upset that you looked at Ruthie when you asked about that phony kicking. You didn't look at me.
You probably call it politicking. You're a professional politician.
Hey, yeah, I'm just saying, man. Okay, I'm free. I wouldn't be me if I didn't come back and just at least let it be free. And again, I ain't never said nothing. I don't never say nobody's name. I don't call you out. I don't trip out on nobody. You want to allude to something, just go ahead. If you want to engage me in the social space, please feel free to engage me in the social space. Tag me. Tag me in it. I'll respond. I'll respond.
That's how they get attention, though.
Yeah, man. I wonder who you're talking about. You know,
right? I do wonder, but I mean, I don't even want to know.
I be like, mugs be cracking me up. They be like, if you post something, they be like, you talk about me? Damn, dog. Did I say your name?
Right.
Did I? Yeah, I called out when I called Madigan out. Did I call Madigan out? I did. I didn't say
you tagged him.
Right. If he would have had a Facebook page. If we should have
created him one.
We should have made a Mike Madigan page.
It's not too late.
It's not too late.
Oh my God. I'll be like, man. And then the last thing is, one more time, if you're going to quote me, if you're going to remix my joint, you could take it and use it all day long. Just say May said. I mean, that's all I'm saying. They not frenemies. It's like I know where they fit. And it's like they sit amongst you. I see it. It's like, yeah, you see it. Anyway, let's go back because I want to get out of here on a positive note. We got to figure out how do we define we. We have to figure out how we define we. And when I say how we define we, it goes back to my whole concept of this Juneteenth and what our collective goals are. See, there really isn't a we. And I want to figure out what is it that we can put. How do we build something that defines us, that brings us together, not draws demarcations between us? No, I'm saying like
it's gonna always be.
No, but again, that to a point where we get the big picture. Algie Crivens yesterday, I was commenting on that whole blackity black thing, right? If the fight for our army has different. In a war, there's different battles, right? And after the battle, sometimes people don't keep on in the fight. They settle where they conquered, and they stay there, and they make babies and do whatever else they do. But the army keep marching until you get to the pinnacle. But along the way, either the army's going to build or it's going to fall off, or you're going to be able to resupply your troops. Those places where you drop people off become places where new troops are born bred and they go to the long-term fight. And it seems like everything that we've come up with thus far has been a reason to pull us apart as compared to make us go together. And I use the Juneteenth as a space because maybe Juneteenth, to me, is where your seniors, Juneteenth and DuSable. And I'm going to use those nationally and locally. Let's even use Tulsa, the acknowledgement of Tulsa. For some people who lived through that was their way of being acknowledged. That was their life's goal. Right? Like Conrad World's life goal was to build that track at Gately.
Right.
Everything that happened in between that was a subset of his life goal of getting to that done. At the point in which that track is built, that was his personal journey. Now maybe he ain't fighting. Well, he's passed. But we don't denigrate him for that. We say, okay, brother, good job, my good and faithful servant, well done. And the march keeps going. Somebody fought for Juneteenth for 100 years. Do Miss Johnson, Miss Nellie, whoever her name was, does her fight and her struggle to be acknowledged don't count no more? No, that's her fight. That was her struggle. We love you. You accomplished that. We got to keep going. And really, the old fights are being settled. Now, how do we then keep with our millennials with the tip of the spear? Saying, okay, y'all didn't accomplish some of y'all stuff. It took you to the end of your life to get there, but you got that. But we still got more fights to go. Because the people that's excited about that stuff, ain't the people that's supposed to be at the front of the line no way. Your fight is to be able to say we gonna get reparations. And I don't think anybody that got the stuff behind you says, no, we don't want reparations. They like, but our fight is from right here. And I just wonder, is there ever going to be a point that we get to building us not based on our differences, but our collectiveness? And that, to me, is what I'm wondering, right? Because that's where I was at with this whole Juneteenth. Like, the people who are really excited about Juneteenth, really, 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 are probably older people. Just like the people who are excited. Because for us, like, even when you take about DuSable, like, think about the role of DuSable now compared to now that we got ADOS. Right? So now, those people who fought from Harold Washington on back, the fight has morphed on them. And we don't care about no daggone DuSable. He wasn't ADOS no way. And Mayor Lightfoot threw in, and his wife was an Indian. She did. We got to honor them both.
No, she didn't.
Yes, she did. She didn't say Indian. She said Native American. And we got to honor her too. So now, again, their fights have all been, but it doesn't make their fight. That was their fight. We ain't got to be against them for that. That ain't got to be your thing. Let Granny have it. I just wonder, is there anything that we can unify around collectively that doesn't require anyone to have to feel stupid, less than, right? Like, to me, red, black, and green, the work that everybody wants to do to undo red, black, and green, because it's the Pan-African flag, is compared to saying, why don't we just make red, black, and green our joint and we take it over? They took the rainbow. And it means that, I mean, seriously, because think about how much time it took to unexplain the red, black, and green flag for Juneteenth.
Are you saying that people had a problem with using the red, black, and green? They wanted to use the official Juneteenth flag?
They wanted to tell you that if you was ADOS, and I don't want this to be a diss.
Yeah.
But if you fit in one of this group, they were like, yo, that's the wrong flag. We're not celebrating the red, black, and green. We are celebrating the freedom of slavery. And red, black, and green was like the Cobra.
Nope,
right?
I got you.
And then you got the Freedmen's Bureau. And I'm not tripping on none of them.
I got you.
But think about how much work you have to take. We go to the hour. We go to the top. Think about how much time she gets to come on at 10. Yeah. How much okay, 7. We go to, I'm looking at 52. But anyway, think about how much time we have to take to unexplain red, black, and green. You know when I learned red, black, and green? From Fight the Power and Do the Right Thing. When we all started wearing those African medallions. And then you was wearing it was like, you know what that means? And then remember it was red, black, green. And then it was like the gold was added. Sometimes it was gold and it was for the gold of the land and all that. And it's like, so you've got this whole baseline of red, black, and green that you could very easily just tell everybody black when they see red, black, and green, that mean us. So you could flip the U.S. flag and make that red, black, and green. We got a copy of it out there.
I've seen that.
Which then gives you, but why is that the fight? Like, again, how do we find the things that can bring us together and bring people in? That's really, because I want to know, how do we define us? Like when I say black, right? It's like, I get the whole thing. And Brian, I'm not tripping on Freedmen, ADOS, whatever it is. I'm saying that we have to bring people along. And you shame people. We spend more time shaming people for their lack of knowledge because we so smart that we don't. Right? And again, people will walk away rather than be part of that, and they're going to go buy fireworks and kick it off and be like, again, we're not going to use it to our advantage. So they just going to go to Indiana, buy fireworks and barbecue, and we miss an opportunity. Red, black, I'm not, all I'm saying is there ever a moment when we can collectively say, you know what, I can bite my tongue on this one? It's a day off of work. Can we all not bite our tongue? Can we say, okay, can we plan what it is and define it for ourselves instead of letting them, right? The white lady made the flag. So the second I put the flag up, because I didn't want to be driving the red, black, and green flag, then I found out the white lady made the flag. So now I'm like, Dad, am I supposed to wear so how do I celebrate this damn holiday? Where's the barbecue and chicken wings? Give me some fireworks. I'm about to go on Madison.
You know what somebody pointed out to me and it threw me off, and I said, ooh, it's feel a little true. They say if you look at people like Jewish people, like they don't celebrate the Holocaust with like drinks and food and stuff.
I mean, because the hope, again, we didn't define it. And I'm saying that right now we got to take control of it.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
I'm saying like
did we miss the mark already?
And I'm not saying we have to miss the mark. I'm saying like there should be a Juneteenth national committee that says this is what the commemoration of Juneteenth means, and put it together, and then say we take away all their symbolism and put it in. Even if it means at the end of the night we burn a white cross in a white person's yard, I don't care.
What?
I'm saying
we ain't gonna put you on the committee.
Burn it down. That was a tribute to you. Burn it down. But all I'm saying is, okay, so what is the convening of blackness?
It has to be intergenerational.
I'm with that. But when is the convening of blackness? When is the convening of all of the people, all of the YouTube stars, all of the social media activists, all of the people? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. That's really what drives the conversation. It is. It really is what drives the conversation, because we ain't lobbying in Congress. They wasn't really listening to us when that happened. So it essentially means that even if Juneteenth is the day that all the black people organized to plot our revolution, I don't care. But what I am saying is there anything that brings black people together that does not include barbecue and...
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, as long as they can keep us dancing.
But what about, okay, so again, don't make it a dancing holiday.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But again.
But you know, we have a propensity to like to kick it and socialize.
And so my thing is, if you know your people.
Celebration. So you could say that Martin Luther King Day is not a day where people barbecue and do all that stuff.
But what do we do? But what do we do though? What have they conditioned us nationally to do? A day of service.
Right.
So to me, that you already given up your position right there. I don't want no service. How about a day of action?
I want a day of I want a day to be served.
Service is action though.
No. We talk. Okay, I get where you're going with that.
All I'm gonna say though is this, right? And even as we have this debate, right? And this is part of why I'm about to stop. This is why I'm about to stop blacking it, right?
Why? What?
I'm about to stop blacking it because, like, right now, all this debate and what's gonna happen is the people who really need to hear this, they gonna be like, man, what I'm gonna be arguing with y'all for? I'm about to go get me some barbecue, and they don't see the same things. And it's like, again, you done ran more people away. This is a conscious conversation. But when you start talking and you start it's like going to church, man.
For the lack of knowledge, my people shall perish.
Come on.
So people need to be educated more. We're not all on the same page.
Different levels of consciousness.
And at that different level, so if you know that the barbecue is what's going to bring them in, and they start coming to the barbecue at 5, and every year you be like, and then, and there's a program. I don't know. I just wonder, is there anything that we as black people can agree on?
It's reparations.
I agree. A program, you do 2 minutes, 10 minutes, because, people.
No, we don't want no program.
No, people have short attention span. Your 10 minutes is an educational program. It's to inform. This is what we're all here for.
This is why we're here.
But what's the why, though? What is the why?
Because white people needed to get rich, and now they don't like you no more. So now, young brother, no, they liked you when you was worth $100,000 a pop.
Listen, once Google changed that doodle, it's over with. And they had a Juneteenth Google Doodle.
And then, how about Juneteenth? And how much money we gonna spend today? Because I show them about the Amazon Prime.
But see,
anyway, we're not tearing down no brothers that read and study. Stop it. Stop that. Don't try that. That be that bull. Yeah, we ain't stopping nobody who read and study. We are talking about your approach. It's your approach. It's like you can read and study, but if nobody listens to what you teaching, then it doesn't help.
Oh yeah, I just find myself blessed that I had a ton of books at home.
Right. Come on, man. And we all read here. We all study here. We wouldn't be here. We wouldn't even be talking. But there is a thing about approach. And that's with good morning. We are back. I'm gonna tell y'all.
It's too much.
That's why I said, is there anything that we can agree on? We talking about, so we defend the brothers and sisters who don't study. And then if you ask, can we get them in? Then we defaming the brothers and sisters who do study. Is there anything that we can get?
I believe we should practice.
All right.
Practice makes perfect.
So it is the Maze Jackson Show. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep on doing right by my people. Right? That's what I'm gonna do. And anybody that don't like it, their ideas, I'm not concerned about it. Honestly, it's like I could do what I could do, and I know what I have. It's the Maze Jackson Show. So for Maze and Sonia and Ruthie and Todd, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Stay tuned for the Book of Dawn.